Over the past 6 to 9 months, Flyout Media has been leveraging LinkedIn, and it's been one of the primary lead generation sources that we've been using. So today I'd like to share with you some of the features that we've been using, some of the strategies we've been using, and just some general tips of LinkedIn. So the first thing that I'd like to share with you is the search feature on LinkedIn. So at the top of LinkedIn there's a search bar, and you might not be using it to the full potential. So you might think that you need LinkedIn Premium to be searching for things in an advanced way, but in reality you don't. So using the free account, you can type in job titles. So for example, if I wanted to find marketing managers, then you just type in marketing manager, and then it comes up with a list of people who are marketing managers, and you can actually break it down into different industries, company sizes, locations, and you can do quite an advanced search. The negative to that is you can't save searches, and they are a little bit limited. Whereas on the premium one, you can save searches and save results. But if you're starting out and you're willing to put some hard work into to finding people, then it's great, and you might as well go for it. So use the search feature, whether you're using the free or premium. The second thing is to always check who's viewing your profile. So if you've got a free account, it'll only show like 5 people who viewed your account recently. But if you're using the premium, then it shows more. But there's a little trick you can use if you're not using the premium. So if you go to the page where people are viewing your account, then you can right click on it and then click view source code, and then you click Control F and then type in last name, all one word, and then it highlights on the source code people's last name who've been viewing your profile. You can actually see who's been viewing your profile for free. Now, hopefully this is within LinkedIn's terms and conditions. I can't see them finding out if you do, but yeah, definitely go for it. Find out who's viewing your profile. If they fit the potential customers, then add them on LinkedIn and reach out to them and just say hello, and go from there. Over the past 6 months or so, we've been trying with all different types of content. So writing LinkedIn articles, republishing blogs on LinkedIn, videos, PDFs, that kind of thing. And we found the 2 best things to do are videos and PDFs. So in terms of videos, make sure that your videos have captions on them. So make sure that there's subtitles, because when people are scrolling through, not necessarily everyone wants to just watch the video. People may be in a rush, they may not have the facilities to have headphones, they may be scrolling through in work, they might be in a public place or whatever. So you want to make it accessible to everyone. So get some subtitles. We use a website called rev.com, and they make subtitles for you, and it's $1 a minute, so 80p per minute. The good thing is the videos are only up to 10 minutes on LinkedIn, so you're only ever going to pay up to about £8 in subtitles per video, which is really affordable. Another thing that we found works really well on LinkedIn is having like a meme border around your videos. Again, this helps your videos stand out compared to other videos. So if there's something white around the edges and you can get like a title on it, then it helps it stand out a lot more to just like a regular video that you'd find on LinkedIn. So there are 2 little tips for video on LinkedIn. Another thing that we've liked to use more recently, so maybe in the past 3 months or so, is the use of PDFs. Now PDFs are great, they get us really good reach, and they are a really good way of presenting a lot of information in bite-sized chunks. So don't have PDFs that are tons and tons of words. Don't have like massive chunky paragraphs and like 50 pages. Instead, break it down into maybe 10 pages of like actionable content. Make sure that it's designed nicely, use nice colors, disrupt people's patterns, make sure that people stop, and make sure that people look at your content, make sure that it's easy to read, etc. You can design them on things as simple as Canva, or if you're good on Photoshop or InDesign or something like that, then you can design on that. But I use Canva personally to design them, but if you've got a design team, then I'm sure that they can think of something too. My favourite feature on LinkedIn by far is the feature of being able to see who is viewing your content. Now this is invaluable. So seeing who is the kind of people that are viewing your content. So people who view my content, for example, are directors, founders, co-founders, marketing directors, president of marketing, those kind of job roles. They're exactly the target audience that I want to be presenting my content to. So if you can see the kind of people that are viewing your content, then you can tailor content to them. So for example, chief marketing officers were viewing my content, so I wrote a blog, a LinkedIn article about the struggles of a chief marketing officer, and then that content appealed to them. So you need to think about how you can use that in your business too. So that feature really is good. You know, like on LinkedIn, it's not necessarily a case of how many likes, how many comments, how many engagements. It's more about the quality. So I'm sure you'd much rather have 100 or 1,000 people seeing it rather than tons of engagements of people that don't necessarily that aren't necessarily your customers. If you're planning to do outreach on LinkedIn, so if you're planning to do cold messages to people, make sure that they're targeted, make sure that they're going to go to the exact right person, otherwise you're just going to get ignored, you're going to waste your time, you're going to waste both parties' time. So make sure that the message is customized to them, and just be careful with the follow-up. So we've done a bit of outreach, and we make sure that we're very careful with the outreach process, the follow-up process, because I know that it can be a bit annoying if you follow up too many times. For example, I saw a message in my inbox the other day. I'm sure you've seen it too, but I had a message and I ignored it because it was irrelevant to me, and then there was 8 follow-ups. Like, no one wants to see that in their inbox. Just waste your time even opening it, and yeah, just ignore it. Just don't bother doing that many follow-ups. So don't do that. Be careful, be strategic with your follow-ups. Make sure that you're pleasant, make sure that you're providing value to the people you're talking to. Don't just sell. Offer them some value, give them a value proposition, and then you're more likely to get a positive response. Final thing is, when people add you on LinkedIn, make sure that you greet them to say thanks for connecting, spark up a little conversation, and then when they see you on LinkedIn, potentially they may see your content and feel more inclined to comment, to share, etc. And then it'll help increase your organic reach. So yeah, these are the tips and things that we've been doing over the last few months, and we've closed loads of deals because of these little things, and it really has transformed the way that we advertise online. And if you can take a few little steps from here, if there's a few little things that you've heard just now that you can take away from it, then that's great. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next video.